things lately has been to see in the lives of my friends, of their children, as well as nieces and nephews, is those children who are preparing to go off to college or preparing to go off into the military. So, just recently, one young man, I won't identify who, lest I embarrass a child who's probably not listening, is probably sleeping in, but he had just applied and he just got into his first college. Now he's waiting on the other responses, and it has been amazing to hear all the variety of schools he's picked, because they are all over the place. For the life of me, I cannot figure out what his thought process is on these colleges. I mean, they're all interesting. They're all wonderful, just absolutely wonderful places. But they're everywhere. You know, one's in Boston, one's in New Hampshire, and then there's in Colorado, and then there's one in Tennessee, and then there's maybe one in Virginia. They're just everywhere. And one's very large, and one's very small, one's private, one's a public university. But I'm so excited for him. Because, just like many of us know now, he is standing right on the edge of making a great decision. Now, I know he's going to make a good decision, whatever it is. My personal hope would be like, Swanee all the way. Swanee, you want to go Swanee? Hey, Swanee's right. But he'll make the right decision, Swanee. But what I see in that is, it's one of those times in a young person's life when they really recognize that this decision is very important. That this decision will have long-lasting consequences, for better and for worse. This decision will change their life, and God willing will change the world. The same thing just recently, a friend's child just finished up his training as a CD. It's already changing his life, and he's already changing the world. They sent him off to California, not Biloxi. I was hoping for closer by. Bring to church. And similarly, we have here this exclamation from the Blessed Virgin Mary, from Mary, Mother of our Lord, who, when she is approached by Gabriel, the response is not, what? No way, but rather, how? She says yes, and strangely enough, somehow understands that she is standing right on the edge of something. That a decision that she's made, while to the outside world, maybe they can't even see it. I bet she doesn't even look pregnant. Not that she would say that to anybody. Never, ever say that. But this decision, the decision to say yes, has consequences. And those consequences will change the world. Each and every one of us has decisions to make every single day, whether we recognize it or not. Things that are seemingly small decisions. Am I going to hit the snooze one more time, or am I going to get up now? Will I eat the apple or the orange? Shave 2 minutes off my ride and drive to the left or to the right? Take that phone call or not? There are these decisions that we make. And unfortunately, a lot of these decisions, we don't get to have much foresight. We don't get to see out into the future. Now, certainly, I'm sure there's probably some consequence for each and every one. Yes, there is. consequence for good and for ill. But then there are very few points in our lives, too, where we know that a decision, how important it is, while on the outside, people don't really notice, don't recognize that it will have long-lasting life consequences. But Mary makes a decision that we will see play out in the beauty of the incarnation, the beauty of the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, of him coming into the world, and everything will change. She makes a decision that thy will be done in her life. A decision that will have dramatic and sometimes painful consequences for her as you watch a child be attacked and killed. And she makes this decision. And each and every one of us have decisions to make. Little decisions and big decisions that perhaps other people don't recognize as that dramatic or that important, and yet they are. They are pregnant with possibility. And that's what we do as Christians, is we make these decisions. We make decisions to live out the glory of God. Make decisions that thy will be done. Now, certainly if we agonized over every decision, we wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. And strangely enough, that would be a decision too. But we do have these decisions before us. Wherever we are in our lives, like Mary. So what is that decision for you? I pray that in that decision, you decide thy will be done.